A lot of people were asking me what is online school like, so this video is the answer to that question.
How online school works.
Thankfully, I don't have to log on to a Zoom with my teachers. All my work/content is already there on the platform, and I can access it whenever I want because my school is self-paced. So that means I can work in the morning or at night. That also means I do not have any due dates. I only do 2 hours of schoolwork per day, sometimes a little more, and I only work on school days. I usually try to do school first thing in the morning, but sometimes I ended up doing it at night. But that's not a problem because my school is self-paced and open 24/7. And actually, surprisingly, with those 2 hours, I get so much done, more than I would in in-person school.
What does the platform look like and how is schoolwork done?
Now it's time to switch to my computer so I can show you what the platform looks like.
So as you can see, it is divided into subjects. So let's go into Earth Science, right? Which I already have open right here. And there is different lessons. So for example, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. And each lesson has around 5 to 6 different sections. But that mostly varies depending on the subject. So each section, as you can see, has like around 2 or 3 of these like pages of like information. And at the end of each, there is exercise,
where it's basically like what you learned from that section in particular.
And at the end of each lesson, there is an exam. So it mainly varies depending on the unit. So as you can see, in English, it's different because it's divided into 3 units. And each unit has, obviously, its lessons. And each lesson has like 3 different of these pages. And this time, there's a quiz at the end of every unit and at the end of the whole subject.
And obviously, apart from the quizzes, there are assignments you have to send in. Like for English, I have to do a persuasive essay. So that, once again, varies depending on subject.
My opinions on online school.
What I love about online school is I work less. And even though I work less, I get more done in 2 hours than I would in around 6 to 8 hours of in-person school. And since I'm traveling, there will be times where I won't be able to log on to school in the morning. And that's not a problem because I can just work later in the day at 12 or at 8 or 10 p.m. And because school is self-paced, that's not a problem. And it's also not a problem if I don't work for 3 days. Let's say I'm in the jungle or in the middle of the ocean and I don't have internet, and if I don't work for those 3 days, it's not a problem. But because of this self-paced aspect, I don't think school is for everyone because there's no problem if you don't work for 2 days in a row for a month. And I think many people will just end up not working for like a whole year because they'll just be like scrolling through TikTok or like playing whatever. So I do think online schooling requires a level of responsibility and discipline.